Hello, my people. Welcome to the Holistic Health Moment with Dr. Lillian Kalisa. Our word for today is overwhelm. And what am I talking about overwhelm? It is having too much to deal with. That is as simple as it is, or as complicated as it is. Now, this is your body screaming, save our souls, because it's overwhelmed. I'm sure that you guys or you people have heard about overwhelm. I have quite a number of times. And today, I want to demystify what it is that we can do in an instant to manage overwhelm. I'll tell you moments that I have had to deal with a client. Of course, those are my moments when I have a patient and there's so much going on. I will have to tell them to slow down because disease recovery does not happen with overwhelm. And isn't that all of us? And we all facing overwhelm. Let's start here. Have you heard of the term cognition? Cognition is the ability to acquire knowledge and understanding and being able to act on it using our 5 senses. It's as simple as that. So cognition is a measure that we use to see your mental capacity. Now, there is a term I want to teach you that is called a cognitive load. A cognitive load is the maximum information that we can store at any one time for us to be able to carry out cognition. And beyond this level, beyond this threshold of the cognitive load, there is poor functioning of the brain. So the brain goes into overwhelm. And what does this cause? Of course, it causes stress, first to the brain, and then a ripple effect right through our bodies. So we are talking about managing the cognitive load, one that actually causes stress, whether you like it or not. Now, I'll tell you, our bodies are meant to naturally heal themselves. So at the moment when cognitive load has been reached, the brain steps back and stops serving you because it's an overwhelm. And the best scenario I can give is when you are having a computer and you have multiple tabs open. The computer will serve you and follow the commands, but a time reaches when it slows down and you have to do something, right? Same thing with our phones. Our phones reduce the activity that they can do when there are so many tabs that are open. And that's what happens to us when we are facing overwhelm. Our brains are like computers, and in fact, supercomputers. So what do you do in overwhelm? This is it. Stop and listen to what your body or your brain is asking you to do. Your brain is asking and trying to repair. And in the process of recovery, it is telling your body to slow down. It is too much for me to handle. So your brain stops to serve you. But did you know our brains are not meant for overwhelm? Our brains are meant for creativity, recreation, creating and innovating new ideas. That is what our brains are meant for. And when you are in overwhelm, I will assure you 100% that your brain is not able to do the activities for which it was meant. So how do you manage the overwhelm? This is what I do. 1, I brain dump. Brain dumping is that activity where you take the surplus information out of the brain and put it down on paper. There are centers of your brain that will communicate between your brain and your hand as you put information down on paper. You download that information endlessly. Take it out of the brain. When you do it right now, even after this moment, trust me, you will feel a relief, like something went out of your body. 2 is to prioritize. From everything that you have brain dumped, choose the priorities. What shall you concentrate on? I'll tell you that prioritizing is you taking leadership of yourself, of your health, and choosing, I as a good leader will act on A, B, C, D first. Follow it all the way. And the third act you're going to do is then you are going to organize. And organizing is you being able to execute according to the priorities that you set. And when you continue with organizing, you manage to become disciplined. That is how you manage overwhelm. Do you know, back to you, that you can start it even today? Go brain dump, go prioritize, and reorganize your life, because I'll tell you, you are damaging your brain through the overwhelm. Listen to what an English poet called John Milton talked about. By the way, he was blind, but this is what he said. The mind is its own place, and on its own, it can make a heaven of hell and a hell of heaven. That's how powerful our minds are. So let's support them out of the overwhelm. Over to you. What are you going to do after this moment to allow your brain to work in perfect cognition without overwhelm? Let me know what that does to your health, for it has completely changed my life. Your host, Dr. Lillian Kalisa at The Holistic Health Moment. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.